People standing in line.
Good afternoon, you guys. It is so fun to come on here. We're running a little late because we just got home last night from a week's trip. But seeing all you guys out here waiting, oh, you make us feel so good. This is so fun, getting together with friends. Look at these gorgeous cards we're going to make today. 11 of them. So setting that aside for now. That's the sneak preview because we're doing a double one-sheet wonder.
Hi, I'm Tim. Who are you?
Karen, do you think people don't know us?
I don't, but you didn't introduce yourself.
Okay,
Hi,
where are we
Tim
from?
and Karen from Stampin' on the Back Porch,
Okay.
Richfield, Minnesota.
All right.
What do they call a line of people waiting to go into the theater?
A queue?
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
have a queue. We have a queue.
Is that? Oh, we have our own.
We have our
queue.
own queue.
Oh, does that make you feel
Oh, it feels
just
good.
honored, Tim? That is so
It
wonderful.
does.
Good question about the
But it
All
doesn't
Good Cards
take
Club.
much.
It is not this weekend. It is next weekend, and the topic of it is faux fun fold cards. So one of the cards. Now we've already done this, and this is one of actually the card kit cards you get this month. You know, if you place a $50 order or more with me, you get 3 cards to make in the mail, and then a 4th finish card. This is a faux stepper card. And this is one of the cards you get in there. And we made these on a Thursday. So that's included in the class more for reference. What we're going to be doing in the class, we take an idea and then we do all kinds of different things. So we'll take that same idea and we're going to make different cards. Like check out this one. This is the one that Tim walked by and said, whoa, I like that card. So, and then of course we're doing other types. That's a stepper card, but that's not all we're doing.
So faux, F-O-E? No. How do you spell
Do you
faux?
want to spell it?
F-A-U-X?
Ooh, you're good.
Is that right?
Yes,
Ooh.
you're good. So it's things that look like they're going to be something else, but mostly it's like an easier way of doing something that looks more complicated. So we'd love to have you join us. $15 to join a month to join the All Good Cards Club. And that is, so thanks for asking that. That was my little shout out right there. And you just do a month at a time and then you can quit whenever you want. It's all good. And the other giveaway, let's do this. This was the giveaway for this week. Love this. This is the Strong of Heart, which was given to me by Barbara Suits to give away. I said, how cool is that? And this is going to Marilyn Frauenberger. Marilyn, just message me your address and I will pop this in the mail. It is an awesome stamp set. And I thought we'll do a few holiday things now that we're kind of getting into the holiday spirit. I love this. This is Light Me Home. So this is for this next week. To be in the drawing, I have to be able to see your name. You have to show up so you can share. That is the nicest thing in the world you can do. Comment, just so we see your name. It's all good. This makes just a gorgeous card by itself. I know I was making cards in these. They were just like navy on white. So just a nice, classy card. And then it has in here, from our home to yours, feeling grateful for the blessing of your friendship and with heartfelt wishes for a wonderful season. And you know, I think you could take parts of this and make it non-Christmassy. Look, I bet you could do some things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm already
I was
looking at.
thinking the same thing. Because
Yeah.
if you take the wreath off, just take it off of there.
Off or put the words over it somehow. But
Yes.
see, hey,
Hey,
you're starting to think about all this with the design. So that is going to be next week's.
I wasn't mocking you, was I?
I have no idea. But you know, of course, first,
We've got mail.
we've got mail. Our most fun thing that we get to do
Is show you the mail.
sharing mail. Jan Drake from Illinois. Oh, look at this adorable Halloween card. Oh, look, and this is kind of like a reddish orange and black. Is that ever cute? Oh, and I recognize some of these. And the spider web. I love the spider web. You know, we don't have it. It's a discontinued one, but isn't that cool?
Yep.
Oh, that is great. And what a fun, brightly colored. Oh, did you put a spider web on the inside? That is very cool.
What does it say on the inside? Good what?
Good to the last bite. Gwen on here was just saying that she has that lamppost set. She's got to get out and use it. So sometimes it's a reminder to walk down memory lane and go use something that we have, which is great. Margaret Springer from Michigan. Oh, you guys, this is so fun to get Halloween cards.
Ooh.
How stinking cute is this? Okay, and here's a faux fun. This is like the faux fun cards. And people are always saying, where do you write on it? Do you see how she did this? She put this in the back, and that's where you would write. That is adorable. That is absolutely haunch elator.
Oh my goodness, look at that. It's got blue jeans on.
Yeah, isn't that adorable? Oh, that is stinking cute.
No, I'm serious. That is a nice little detail.
Uh-huh.
maybe, well, it's
It is.
there, so.
It is.
I
And then
like
we
it.
have Sean Smith from Kentucky and a lovely little thank you card. This is the paper that is it's the host set that you can get the Design a Daydream. I think it's really pretty colors. And I love how she's just added flowers on here and the thank you strip coming out there. Just a really nice card layout. Oh, and on the inside too, she's thanking me for the birthday card I sent her. Isn't it fun how we get cards and we kind of start going back and
I
forth?
probably said this before, but when you send a thank you card, I would like people to write back and thank me. For
Yeah,
the
that's
thank
right. Because Tim can never get too many cards, but then he's not going to keep it going. You're not going to send one back to thank them. So see,
Wow.
okay, just you know that. Diane Rivers from Washington. Oh, and how pretty is this? Love that.
Ooh, sideways. No, Karen. I
No,
think
well, it
it's-
could be any way. This
Oh,
wouldn't
okay.
matter. Her note is in there, but this could be absolutely any way. But again, I would just want to point out the simple layout where the paper does the work. I love this paper. This is from a while ago, and it's just beautiful. It's a very pearlized. But you see how that is just layered on a
Yeah.
color and then layered on an embossing folder.
That's really, I like that.
So it's a
embossing
very
folder.
simple, elegant card. Cards like this also look very professional if you're making them. Sometimes people say they're making them for someone for like thank yous for work or business or something. And that kind of a layout, oh, Tim's going to fix it the way he wants
And
it to be.
And she wants it.
He
she
just
wants it that way.
Since I showed it that way, he's got to change it. That's pretty cute. That was pretty funny. And then we have from, okay, I have to find the name here, Faye Cunningham. Oh,
That is so cute.
how cute is this? Look how fun this is. And this is more like a stick or something. This is not a Stampin' Up! Thing, but this is just an idea. And if you work with kids or anything you find, look what a cute layout this up. This is
Mhm.
your main object and a strip, and then your paper in the background. Another great layout, and that is adorable.
That is.
Gnomes are just unbelievably popular. I think that is just really, really a cute card. And the last from
Can I just tell a pumpkin story?
Mhm.
Our neighbor who watches our house was on his way to his daughter's school for some activity. And he was backing out the driveway and he saw a pumpkin sitting on our front steps. He says, they must be home.
And it was because Kim Dorsey is one of the people we met. We met her in Wisconsin, and she gave us a pumpkin. So we came home with a pumpkin and put it
And
right
Karen
out there. And I
put it
guess
out
that
first
announced we were home. Nancy Munkholm from here in the Twin Cities area.
I love this.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at this.
I know it.
It's Halloween, but this looks more like Thanksgiving for me. This is classy. This is a classy Halloween card. But how cool is this with all the leaves? And I love, the ones I made all twisted the other way.
Mhm.
Isn't that cool? Because you can have them go anyway. So I immediately noticed that this just felt different in opening it, and I love it. I love what she did with the pumpkins and then the leaves all around. That is so fun. Oh,
Karen
just
can
adorable.
feel the envelope and know what it's going to look like inside.
Yes, of course. So today we are doing a double one sheet wonder. We haven't done one for a while, and
Thanks for all these cards.
Oh, yes. Thanks, you guys. You guys know, so I like to fussy cut. This is the new paper, the fitting florets. This is such gorgeous paper. And you can see I took the 2 sheets that had all the flowers and just cut them all out. And then I keep these in a little baggie. This is what I do all the time. So when I need little accents, I have them all cut and ready. But this is absolutely gorgeous paper.
That's what Karen is doing when I said, now, what did they say? And she says, I'm not listening to the TV.
Yeah, that's right. I'll say, well, I'm just really busy. And here shows 2 more of the papers. So these are half of the papers. So this one has this on the back side. And these are 3 out of the 6. This is the most gorgeous paper, and there's a gorgeous stamp set that goes with it. And I just want to make sure that you guys realize this is available November 1st. But if you want it now, get the starter kit. You can get this, the stamp sets, that birthday organizer, all kinds of stuff, because there's a special this month. And you are under no obligation. I will never make you feel like you're under any obligation. It is an awesome deal. $99 for $155 of anything you choose, and no shipping.
Have you ever fussy cut something that small?
I probably have, but I don't make
That's
a practice
hard.
of it.
That's
That's
very
a little
difficult.
hard. And really, we would love to have you join our team. You are active for 3 months, even if you don't make a purchase. And, there's no big deal if you don't make your minimum. So always just call me if you have questions. Then you just can't go in and order. And that's, it's fine. It's no big deal. So anyway, this will be really fun today. Oh, yes, those of you who have that camp set are just loving it. So just call me. I am home now and I need to catch up. I know I missed a few phone calls, so I will catch up today. It is good to be home. It's good to go and it's really good to come home. But I just wanted to show this gorgeous paper. Now what you are choosing is any paper. You want to pick something that coordinates. So I picked these and these because I thought this gives me a lot of variety. And the reason this is a double one sheet wonder, it's still one sheet. I love doing it this way. We used to do them when we originally started doing them, and sometimes we still do. If we call it a one sheet wonder, it would like be all this. And that is perfect if I want to make a whole bunch of cards the same. And I'm going to do that again sometime. If I want to mass produce cards, if I want to do a one sheet wonder and make a variety of cards,
It's more perfect.
this is wonderful because now I have 4 papers instead of 2. If I'm just using one, I just have the 2 papers.
I like it.
So I could be doing these. I could add a couple more. I could do I could do my whole pack like 6 by 12s, cut them this way and mix and match all of this. So I want you to just take this idea. We're doing 2 to make it easy. But as we're doing this, it would just give you more pieces and they're already coordinating. So it's an awesome way to make a stack of cards that look really beautiful. No, Kathy's saying I can ignore her phone call. Got to figure it out. Well, thanks. Maybe that's the trick. I'm really sorry. I try to be really responsive and answering, but thank you. But you can call me back anyway, and we can always just chat. So that's all good. Anyway, I appreciate that.
So they make an effort within a packet to have them all complementary in color.
Yes. And then on the back of the pack always tells you the colors they use. So that's the next thing I put out. And I put out extras. We're going to make 11 cards, but I would look for those colors because part of the fun in doing one sheet wonders is then having all these colors that coordinate. Once you've decided what you're doing, the different colors are going to make the cards look really different. So how cool is that? And then beyond that, I just mentioned 4 of these. And I think these are 5 by 3 1/4, but you'll see, you can cut that as we go. You can also, I always think a great idea is if you want to cut along and figure this out, but you don't want to make your cards now, you can just grab 2 papers that you don't care about, go ahead and do the cuts, and you can always finish, or you can care about them, but then later do the card pieces. But I just wanted to kind of explain the rationale because that really makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to stack these together. And of course, the blog post will be up this evening. And then it just takes a day or 2 for there to be a project sheet to download and save. So that will be, and that's a wonderful way to just keep things. You don't have to go hunting for it again. So here's my 6 by 6 paper. And this is how I'm going to cut them. I'm going to stack them like this. So I'm going to have 2 pieces of this, 2 of this, and 2 of this. And then I'm just going to show you, but we're going to do this one section at a time. This is what the whole thing looks like.
Whoa. So that's done after you cut them down.
Yes. But I think the easiest way, if I just gave you this, then it's just kind of,
Oh,
so if you're looking at a
Yeah.
template, if I gave you this
Sure.
template, what you're going to look for first is the lines that go all the way through.
yes.
So do you see that? That one goes all the way through and this one.
But this is simpler.
And then you're going to take each section,
Yes.
So that's how you would do it. But I love, since we're doing this together, just kind of walking through how we do this. And I am, oh, Vicky, if you had a problem with your order, call me. That's a shame. We'll figure. What else did I want to mention here? I can't remember. I lost my train of thought. So we will move on. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut these 3 pieces.
And both of them together.
I'm going to cut them together. Yep. So I have them both here. And I'm going to do that one at 4 1/2. And you guys know I have to just make sure, I don't use this kind of cutter very often. I have to make sure I'm really doing it right. Or it's going to be a little tricky. And then I want this one at 4. So do you realize I'm not even saying like 4 1/4 and then, I don't know, 8 1/2. I'm just making it up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because now I'm going to cut 4 inches. But isn't that an easier way of looking at it?
Much easier.
So then I'll cut this, and this automatically leaves this one at 3 1/2. So now I can just put my pieces right on there. Okay. And then I can take this, and I'm just going to take this one idea at a time. So we're going to start with this one right here. No, I'm still going to use that.
Okay.
So it's okay. I will need that. I'll show you the cards I'm making first out of this one. Okay. Let me look because I had 4 of them. These are the 4 cards we're going to make. I guess I can put them right there. And notice how they all can be different because I picked different colors of background and just we laid out different assortments, and then you can decorate them however you want. So for this piece,
That's from 2 sheets of paper?
yep, this is from 2 sheets of paper, and
Wow.
it is from, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it like this because then we've just hidden the hard part, okay? So now it doesn't look so hard because see, we just want 6 parts here. So we're going to take this, and this is going to be 1.5 by 3, because this is 4.5 inches wide, if you recall. So now I'm going to,
Do you want up and down?
yeah, I'm going to do up and down like this. I'm going to do 3, and then I'm going to do 1.5. Okay, so here are these pieces. And then I'm going to take each of these and do them in half. So that's going to be at 3 inches. So when you look at it that way, it's actually really easy. And if I had more pieces of paper, then this could be like the stamp, stack, and shuffle. No, it was the shuffle, whatever. I can't remember the name. But do you see how we could do this same card with a whole bunch of pieces?
Yes. And
Which is also very fun. So I'm going to just put these down here.
You amaze me because you make it look so easy.
Well, yeah, when you break it down like this, it's kind of fun. And then, Tim, I'm going to have you start putting these in sets of 3.
It shouldn't pay compliments.
Okay. But you see, these are the ones you have to work with.
Let's put them to work.
Yeah. So you are just going to take these and put them on here.
Okay, sets of 3. So
sets of 3. You can make them each different. But each different means you could do 2 of the same. You could do like this, this, and this. I'm just saying. You're just making 3 different, if anything, while I cut. And this gives you guys time to be cutting along with us if you want to.
I'm supposed to have
Here are the rest. Okay.
Am I supposed to have one more?
Now, we don't want this show to be really long, so I might kind of interfere here and see. But do you have one done?
Well,
and
no,
I'll just start putting them together.
Why is there only 2 of these? I should have.
Oh, they're all over here.
Oh, they're over there.
They're all over. And just look on both sides. Do you want this one like this? We'll see.
I like this.
Yes, this is a no waste, no scraps left over. This is using every single part of your paper. A design like this actually, I think, makes it easier to cut into your paper because you know you're using every bit. You're also seeing all of the different pieces to it, which I really think is cool. So I think just give me one and I'll start putting together. You want to do these 3? Okay. Then I'm going to flip them over and put them on. And I just think this is so easy. So when I'm putting these on, I'm going to do the 2 outside pieces first. I'm kind of looking at that and trying to kind of center those. And then we end with the middle piece. Because then I'll just try to equidistance these. Because it just seems more, just easier to do. Okay, do you have another one?
Mm-hmm.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. You just put them all together and we're just going to keep them going. And so I'll do an outside. And then we'll do this one. Whoop.
They're not directional, so you can put them.
Right, they're not directional. You need them on the card. Now I want you to pick. You didn't know this would be so complicated. I want you to pick 4 different colors of here to put them on.
Okay.
Then we're done. Okay, so those 2 are ready. I think this is what's just kind of fun about all this because it's just kind of like, oh, it's just like playing. And of course, at the end, if I wanted more base cards of a certain color, I would just go make more. But this is good. Oh, I think this one might be. That one was cut wrong. So we're going to just make 3 cards. We're going to switch. I obviously, you know what this one is? I think that's for another card. I think I just got it a little mixed up here. So what cards would you like me to put these on? Okay, so this one's going on navy. And then while he's doing that, I just want to just show how we finish these to find the right ones. Now, where did I put those? Oh, down here. this ribbon, I just wanted to explain how this went on. This is a way to do very flat ribbon. I'm not going to finish these because you can see the words I have on these are all from this stamp set that goes with this. These are just beautiful. You can see I've done circles. I keep little dies and things. So I just pull them out and see what fits where. But I just wanted to show, if you wanted to know, if you haven't done a ribbon like this, I would just put in here, I'll do this one. So I'm going to take a glue dot and put it right there. And then I'm going to go from here. Okay, let's see. I want it to go about here. I'll do another glue dot. This is a great way to add some ribbon detail without making your card too big. So then I'm going to do that. And I will finish this. Oh, and I got to tell you what I'm going to do with these 11 cards today. I'm going to send them to some of you guys. Okay.
And I'll
this
take
is
them to
not
the
my
post
Stampin' Up!
office.
Scissors. That's I really roughed
Where
that
is
up,
it?
but it's handy. Oh, it's probably in my bucket right here.
Okay.
But you see how this makes this nice and flat?
Yep.
And look how fun this is. So he's going to put this one on here. I just love how these look because they're all so bright. This one is just kind of a fun. Now that one looks a little bit like it should go that way. And then we're going to put this one right here. And yes, I do not have my Tim to the rescue. He will burnish them with a, oh, I thought you were grabbing
Oh,
this.
no. I was
So
getting-
here you go.
Okay.
And it's yours.
No, I got you your good scissors.
Oh, okay. Tim manages all the detail. Oh, I guess I'm working off the thing. But so these are the colors that we've ended up with. And I'm just going to show the finished ones again. But how cool is this? So this is making that first one. Yes, remind me. I will tell you in a moment here what we're going to do. Okay. So I'm just going to look at these again. These are the little embellishments that also come with this. But these are the 4 just finished up, just doing different things, just wherever they fit. And I just think those are really fun cards. Okay, so that is our first section. I'm going to come back to us. Okay, it's story time. I'm going to tell you how you can get a card from me. We're going to play a fun thing on Tuesday.
Where'd Tim go?
I'm going to lean in. Over in the Back Porch Stampers, we're going to do from 6 to 8 on Tuesday night. It's going to be an Ask Me Anything. I don't care if it's personal business. I may or may not answer. And you can ask Tim too. I will tell him his answer. But we thought just kind of a fun, just have fun. It's all about getting to know each other in the Back Porch Stampers. So you'll get more details later, but you'll just want Back Porch Stampers is also where you're going to show your set of cards that you make out of this. But I thought, well, that would just be kind of a fun lighthearted evening.
So let's repeat the time.
6 to 8, but you'll hear about it.
Which day?
We'll put it in there on next Tuesday. Okay. So now we're going to come back down here. Okay. And then I thought 11 of the people that ask questions, and of course, we'll all be talking back and forth. Because if you ask me something and I give an answer, then you guys chime in. It's all about getting to know each other. So it really isn't supposed to be just all about me. It is about a conversation time getting. And I thought that would just be fun. So we will do that. Okay. So then we're going to look at the next section and we're going to ignore this one now. So if we just look at this first, it becomes much easier. We're just going to cut off 3/4 at the bottom and then make these 1-inch strips. Okay. So we'll take this back and we'll cut this 3/4 inch off the bottom. And yes, we're going to use these pieces too, but I'm going to set them aside because we're not using them right now. I'm going to put them, well, I'll put them right there. Okay. And then these are going to be 1-inch strips. I better measure first. I was thinking that didn't look right for 1 inch. Here we go. Okay, this is 4 inches, so we're going to do 1-inch strips. I'm going to do 3 inches, 2 inches. Now, as you're watching me, you can also see how you could choose one of these cards if you like one style a lot more and just marathon do. You might change your little measurements, but I just think this is a fun one because it just is going to end up with no waste at all. So here are my strips. And I'll show you the cards we're going to make out of that. These are just so lovely. Look how pretty this is. And this is where I had that extra paper. I think it was meant for here. If you're using white or vanilla, you don't need to do anything. This is where I'll write. So I did put, I think this is I think it's 2 1/4, but you'll figure that. I think 2.5 by 5 1/4. You can figure that out later, but it's also on my website. But I just think this is so pretty. And look at these gorgeous flowers. So we're going to look at a set of 4 of these. Okay, so they're all going to open like that. Oh, and this is so to hold it closed. Well, I took pictures. I should have you take those off. I got to take pictures of them.
I'm so good at taking them off. But
look how fun they are. And again, it's 4 different colors and different sets of the flowers. Judy said, could you hear me? I'll return your paper. Oh, I'm glad you're trying to save the day. I'm so glad I looked at that and thought, oh, that doesn't look right. The white piece that the 3 pieces of the paper we put on, that was 3 1/4 by 5. Okay, so I love this kind of layout card, and I hadn't done this for a while, and this is just perfect as one of a, don't you wonder? And I also just love, look at, these are all 4 of these different, look at, these are all 4 different ones from the paper. I just love having a variety of flowers to work with too. So on this one, we're going to, so we didn't do all, but why don't you hand me just a couple of, here, we'll just do a couple pieces of paper here. Let's do this one. So now we have our cardstock. And now what I'm going to do, this is 1 inch. So I'm going to want to go in here 1 1/4. So that's what I'm going to score at. Now I have to remember to score here. So this is going to be 1 1/4. And I'm going to do the scoring one. Okay, cool. You're going to find 2 of these, Tim, to put on that one. We're only going to do a couple.
Okay.
You'll see the rest. So you're going to find 2 that are going to work good for that. And then I'm going to pick.
Can you tell me what color this is? Is that green?
That is a dark green. Yes.
Okay.
And then let me pick light blue here. And again, I already have this. So now I'm going to score a 1 1/4. Now here's where you know you can always make adaptations. Let's say you cut your paper wrong. If I scored this at 1 inch, then I would just make these pieces narrower. So, you know, this is what's working for this, but know that you can vary anything. Okay, and then pick, perfect. And then pick 2 for that. I just want to make, now I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. I think.
Based on what
you picked that, right? Did you pick that one?
I think so.
It wasn't that one. Or was it that one? I think it was that one.
I think it was that other one.
You think it was this one?
Yeah.
Okay. See, we don't remember. I don't remember. Okay, now we're going to do that. I'm going to put that right there. Okay, and then on this one, we're going to do this one. And that one will go, whoop, that one will go there. That one does look, some of the bouquets are a little directional. Yes, so we'll get that right. And this one. And then I want you to look here and pick a set of flowers to go on them.
Mm.
That's what I think is fun about doing this part of the things. When you lay out all this, you look at it and you can make them all a little bit different. So now here are my 2 pieces and you can just lace them on here. So here's one. Let's just look at some different, yeah, so, okay. So do you see how that's how we can just complete the cards then?
Mm.
So how cool is that? Okay, I think we'll set those aside.
Fun.
Yeah. And we'll look again at the finished ones. So these are the finished ones. And so I just added some words. That's why I'm not going to finish those right now. But you see, we just have the words and then the flowers. And I use different sizes. And again, these are all words from there. So we have a celebrate. All of these could be birthday cards. But I think they're so fun.
I like those.
Okay, so that's that one. Oh, we can't see what you're doing. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's pretty terrible. Joanne says she has so much paper that's not Stampin' Up! That isn't that's all one-sided. Just cut more pieces. You'd cut them just the same. You just aren't going to flip them over and have 2 choices. So just cut more of your one-sided paper. Okay, did this make sense? Do I need to show anything again? Let me quickly show in case I did really mess that up. Let me make one more in the frame. You know, I forget because this is in here. I'm glad you guys stay on top of me. I'm going to do this totally in the frame this time. One more quick thing. Here's my regular card. I'm going to score it at 1 1/4. I'm going to fold it back on the fold. So this is a great card pattern. And then I would just pick two things to go on here. So I'm going to pick, let's see, I'm going to pick this and this. And that's how we do it. And then it's just decorated. Is that just an awesome idea? I just love that. Okay, so now this is what we're left with. We have this leftover piece, which I'm just going to set right there. And then here, I will flip this over. I just think it looks so messy when you see so much of it. This is what's left. And now this doesn't look hard to do it either. So on this one, you can see at the top one, well, here, I'll cut these two first. This is 3.5 wide, and I'm going to cut two that are 2 1/8 inches. So I'm going to put this in.
So they're already 3.5.
They're already 3.5 across the top. So that part's a given. So now this is going to be 2 1/8. What I also like with a lot of this, it wouldn't even matter if you messed up. You just have a little bit of different look on your card, but it's really not going to. Did I say I'm doing it? Yeah, I hope I'm doing an 1/8. Okay. So we still have that part. And now we have this part. And I love this card layout too. This is another one I use all the time. This is like a flip it card. Let me show you these two gorgeous cards. I think these are both gorgeous cards. And you see that little strip in the middle? That's what this is. So now this is what I have to work with. And you can see if you cut even more pieces, then you have even more things to work with. But we have either of these sides.
Would you like her to be on the screen?
Oh yeah. Here, I know what we can do. Let's slide this down.
There
This
you
is better. Okay.
Yes, good idea.
So this is how I chose to do them. I think for simplicity's sake, let's just do them the same way. Okay, I decided to go with those two and this one. And then these two and this one. So how cool is that? And that's what's going to turn into this. I did tape that faded side down. And I didn't show you that. Thank you. You guys need to stay on top of it. Okay, we're just backing up for a moment. Yes, I did. You really wouldn't need to. I did because then the flower is going to help hold it tight here. It could be, but I'm going to show you something else because we do dwell in the land of, let's say I didn't want, do I have another one that I did this to? Here, give me one that we didn't complete. Because I think this was cool. You know, these are your cards. You can do whatever you want. But I also love, let's say this was going to be my card. And let's say I'm going to put my piece here and my flowers and my piece. Do you see how if I just attach it here, then my card's going to open like this. And that's where I put my little white piece. So see, I wouldn't need to close it. This just makes a different kind of fun fold. So see, you might see me do this another time and I'm going to call it a certain fun fold because it comes out like this and stands up. But if you look at it, it's no different than if we're doing it as a regular card and I'm taping it down and putting it there.
But that one is
taped down and done it there. Yep. This one could be a fun fold. So isn't that great? So you can make them even different while we're talking about it. So anyway, sometimes it's okay if I forget something because then I add something else. We just ad lib. But just know that whatever you're doing, that's how we come up with new ideas. You're trying, well, what if I try this? What if I don't do this? So I think this is so cool. So what colors do you want me to put this on? Do we have anything other than these colors that would work? Let's see. I've used up a bunch of my colors here. So I think we kind of have the same colors here.
Gold or yellow, or is that too outrageous?
It probably doesn't work with those so well. But let's just switch these colors and do this one on here. We can at least just switch them. So now when I'm going to put these on, I am going to start with my outer pieces, just like when I was doing the 3 pieces on the other. I'm going to do this top and bottom. I'm going to start with the top because visually that's where my card would be. So I'm going to put this one on first. And then I can kind of lay this here and make sure it's going to be covered. And that, good shot, Karen. Let's do another one.
Try to get that tape off.
No, we're gonna just use another one. Let's see what else could be on this one. That one or this one. That's going to be a little busy, isn't it? That's okay. We're gonna figure that one out later. And then put that here, and we're gonna do this one. It's all good. It's all good. And at the end, I just make up any of these others of the cards. So we'll do this one, and I'm gonna do it the right way. When you want to put adhesive on something, you want to turn it over first and do the flip side. Okay, I'm going to do this.
Flowers on the top.
Yep, I want the flowers on the top for this one. And then I'm going to lay this here, and that'll tell me for sure how much room I have. Then I'm going to flip this one over and do it correctly. This is how you make 5 cards instead of 11, Tim. Out of what you no, no, everything's fixable. Oh, in fact, I know how I can fix the other. So now I have plenty of room. So now I'm going to figure this where I want it. And this is all I cared about, that this would cover this. So how cool is that? And then I put this up on dimensionals. But you know what I'm going to do back to this one, which will be just perfect. Look at this. I'm going to do this because we now have another card design. And then I'm going to put, that's a little dull in the middle. I guess I would like a little pink in the middle, but we'll live with it. But do you realize when you look at this one, you know it's 3 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
This layout could be just 2 pieces. So if you want to make cards even easier, this is another card layout design right here. This done, and then this across. I make this design a lot. So just know everything's fixable. But I'm going to pick, that just feels a little busy. I want a little more choices, but that's okay. I have more paper, so I'm going to just cut more. But how cool is that? So you could even simplify it and do it that way. Yes, no harm in doing that at all and doing this. And this could also be a plain piece of paper. Let's say I ran out of paper and I didn't really like this, was too busy. You know, a strip of this would be great, or a strip of the navy, or a strip of this, the darker pink. So this is all just meant to kind of, you know, at the end, you kind of fill in with whatever you have, but I think that, or a ribbon in the middle. That's right, Brenda. There you go. So see, it's all good. Mistakes, Joan, you're right. Making mistakes leads to new ideas. And I think don't ever worry about making mistakes because that makes you step back and think, how could I fix that?
And I like that. I like that. That is a nice.
Yeah, so it's a cool. And now my card could also go this way and words going across there. So, you know, all of this is just meant to be playful fun, you guys. So
creative fun.
So yeah, but isn't that cool?
It is.
And so that uses the middle pieces and then what we have left. And I think these are both just beautiful. So this has the big thing in the middle and a small flower. And this has kind of the assorted flowers and the little words. And I think those are really lovely cards. I use this. Sometimes we just make these out of paper and call it flip-its because you can use the other side. And you can tear the middle as well as cutting it. We're cutting because we're making use of every inch of this paper. So what that leaves us with
I like that.
is this little piece up here, which we are going to just cut in half. So this is 3.5 wide. And this is 1 1/4, but 3.5 wide. So this is going to be 3. So see, here's our little test. That should be 1 3/4. Okay. So now I have these. And so for the last card, we are just going to do this. Can't go wrong with that. Let's see what we have down here. I guess we have mostly blue left. I could have had more colors, but you can see why even when I'm doing with this, having some assorted colors available makes it really fun to just, yeah, it's the same as this. And then when I looked at these, so now I could do, we could make them all, we could use all of them. Okay, if I use all of them, I would do this. If I were just going to do words, I think this would be a great look. Since I decided to do flowers and I was using like the big one here. So this is a big set of flowers. That looked too busy to me, but this looked nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do this if I'm going to do like a circle in words. See, it's 4 sides. We have 4 papers. And it's 4 sides.
The same one. Yep.
So that's why I chose to flip them and make them. And then I just did them like that. So they're alternating. And then they would look good with any of the flowers. See, I like that. Okay, we'll do that. So when I'm going to do this, I'm going to take these 2 first. And again, I'm just going to kind of guess here. So what I'm going to do is put these on really softly so I can change if I don't like them. Okay, so I'm going to put them kind of in the middle. But you know what else is cool? Let's put these over here. I'm going to put these over to the side just because we'll do it differently. Okay, and then I'll flip these down. And you'll notice we're using 2 sheets of paper and there's only 2 on the top. So this is just making 1 card. So this is like the 11th card. And then I put this on. Okay, so this one's in the corner down here. It's a totally different look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the flower, something more over to the side.
I like it. But what if you did this and covered up a little?
Okay, perfect. So now let's put some of these on it. And that's how you can just even take your one idea and then just change it up. Okay, so, you just won't get bored. So I think this is okay, you're going to put it on how you want it.
All right.
But I think, so hopefully you enjoyed these 11 cards. And I got to say one more thing about this.
Karen said that she's going to increase my responsibility
Yeah.
if I prove myself.
Okay, if these cards are looking familiar,
It's because
we did the same layout 2 years ago. How cool is that? So I often like to
Seriously?
take, and I
Seriously?
don't
You
think
think
we
people
remember
are
from
gonna
2 years ago.
remember that?
No, but I love that you take an old idea, everything's new again. You change new paper. You guys will take this idea, you'll use different paper, and your cards are going to all look different. You'll use different accents. I think that is the beauty of what we do. And I think taking something like this just helps us be creative because we have this base thing to start with. And then we start thinking of how we're going to choose to decorate it.
in the name of nostalgia.
So how cool is that? So the blog post would be up later. And now, of course, I can't wait to see what you're doing. And thank you so much. I totally appreciate what you guys are doing. So now what we'd love to see, for those of you who do the whole thing, take a picture of all your cards together and you're going to have this beautiful display. I have the display of my cards. It'll go up in about an hour. I will have my blog post up. I just have to get the video put on there. So I actually have it done today, which is good. And you just lay them out and show us your cards. And we're just going to see these beautiful collections of different papers and therefore different cards. So have fun with us. We just love that you guys create along with us.
I need to say, Karen,
Yes.
that doing this class with you, the whatever this is called, Facebook Live, is like the highlight of my day. It's so,
good.
it's so entertaining.
Well, we love doing this. And, we were gone a week till last night. So I knew I had to have something planned ahead. And I just love that we can just take, let's see what we've done. Have it ready. Just get your paper. And now it's your guys' turn. So thanks for being in our world and appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Call me if you need anything. If you have questions about that starter kit, give me a call. Anything else? Need help with an order? And have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you on Monday.
Goodbye.